Hey everyone and welcome back. In the previous video we have learned how to create this beautiful RTMP client, but we don't know how to use it yet. To do that we want to create a service, a foreground service that runs and creates these clients and has the lifecycle to control this streaming process. To do that, let's create a new package and name it service, simple as that. The first class that we are going to create is RTMP service, simple as that. Next one is RTMP broadcast receiver. The next one is RTMP service repository, which is responsible to handle the events that we are going to send to our service. And the last one is RTMP service actions, that is responsible for actions that we are going to send, which are start, stop, and switch camera. Let's go inside our RTMP service. This class is simply extended from the Android app service, and this is going to look for the point. We are not going to point on this project. We simply want to return null for the point for now. Let's create some space here. So right here, we will create a companion object to access some variables outside of this service. The first one is surface view, type k surface view. We're going to make it null initially. The next one is service running, which is a boolean, is stream on, which is responsible for stream lifecycle. A listener of type listener inside RTMP clients, we'll make it null. The current URL to save it for later opening. It means that this URL is going to be saved on the initial request, and if you close the app and open it again, we are going to retrieve from service to main activity and preview that again. And the next URL, which is the last one here, is local stream of type stream of hashing get class. Let's make it null. And below that we are going to have our notification builder, notification manager, and the RTMP client, of course. Let's go ahead and override the onCreate function. After this one we are going to set up notification. I'll simply copy and paste this big function here. This function is responsible to create the notification channel and start everything that you are going to need for your notification. And this one is crime because it's asking that, hey, you have to set minimum requirement to 26. Let's do it, which is not really important here. And go back here. So let's add this R class. We don't care about the icon here. We simply want an exit button on our notification. Now let's go back inside the onCreate function. The first thing to do is to create a new HK surface view and pass context to it. We are going to handle the lifecycle of the preview inside the service and then set up the RTMP client like this. For the context, we pass this one. Add the surface view to it. Of course, it's not null because we just created it. And for the listener, we simply pass the service to it. And let our service implement the connection, connecting, and disconnecting. And simply we want to set is stream on to true and use the listener for our main activity on stream started, on stream connected. And same goes is stream on to false, and use listener to on stream closed notification. Now the most important part of a service is the on start command section. Right here we will check if the intent is not null. We use the incoming intent tag and check when the incoming intent.action is equal to this three parameters of our RTMP service actions. We want to create the functions that we need for them. And let's move these down here. So inside the handle switch camera, we simply want to use our RTMP client and set it to switch camera. For the stop service, we simply want to use stop foreground with this stop foreground remove flag to it. Set isService to false. Stop the RTMP client and set the surface view to null, just like that. And for the handle start, we first have to check if isService running is false, then we want to start the service. So let's set it to true first and then get the URL from the intent. We simply get it from the string extra. Check if the URL is not null. Set the current URL to it, then use our RTMP clients to start. Pass it to it, and here's our stream callback. Simply want to add the local stream to it, and then start the service with this function, start service with notification. I'll create this one in a second. All it does is uses start foreground. For the ID, we would simply pass 1 to it and use notification builder to build. Now, for making it easy to call this command, we have created a service repository class that is responsible to start services simply using one function. So we use the inject and constructor class to it. We simply get the application context. The first function that we need is start service. It's going to get a URL of type string. We'll create a new thread and then start it like that. So first we create an intent of type a new intent, and it's going to start the RTMP service class. Then we should set the action to RTMP service actions start service .name. Then we should put the extra, the URL. We simply use the URL, the thing that we had inside our service here, like this. And we will have a private function to start the service. So instead of this auto-completed line, we will use start service intent and pass this intent to it. The next function is switch camera. We follow the same pattern like this. We don't need this URL, and this one is going to be switch camera. Simple as that. Let's go for stop service. It's exact the same. Simply make it stop service. Now we have another class named broadcast receiver, and this is going to be an Android entry point class. This is going to extend from broadcast receiver, and we will have one method on receive. Let's add the service repository here, and here we want to check if the action of the intent is equal to action exit. This is exact same inside our creating notification like this. If this action is received using this broadcast receiver, it's time to exit the application. So use the service repository to stop service, and then we will launch a new activity named close activity that I'll copy and paste here. It's a simple activity that just finished everything is up. So we launch to this activity after exiting the service and then clean everything up. Now we added some activities and service and broadcast. We forgot to add it inside our manifest file. To do that, let's go ahead and copy and paste all of them. We simply have one main activity here and then the activity close activity. our service, which you have to make the foreground service type to microphone and camera. If you don't do this, you'll get crash and app get closed on higher level Androids. And the last one is RTMP broadcast receiver. As a receiver, we register all of these three. Now we are ready to use these three classes. Okay, awesome. Now it's time to use this class and run our current project. Let's move to the next video and finish this up.